course, it is now 1-1. As both these players have done a great job starting the day off. Let's get into this, folks. This show match, by the way, I didn't give them proper love until just now. Copper Code Labs, the main sponsor of Team StarCraft Ascension, has been kind enough to donate $50 for this show match. So guys, give them some love. That's their awesome icon here on the right side of the screen. But getting into the introductions here, spawning in the lower right corner of Newkirk Precinct is the Red Team player, or sorry, the Red Terran player playing for Team SEA. It is ICECREAM.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss. He is known as Lucky.
Last game, I guess, if we're going to go with puns, he definitely wasn't as lucky as he was the first game. I got to say, his early scout with that mothership core, the Widowmine, I mean, we saw how much that affected. The cannons completely denied those drops, but man, Flamga ICECREAM was relentless.
Yeah, man, those drops, just constant drops, constant pressure, and it worked in the end. I mean, ICECREAM just kept taking a lead, it kept building, and it snowballed, and he took the match.
And at the awkward request here of Nieper, give a shout out to Izzy and Linda, his friend and his cat, I guess. So thank you, your friend, and your cat for tuning in to BaseTradeTV for the show match. It's the weirdest shout out I've had to give.
That.
I love cats.
This is a really silly question, but is your screen sort of like tilted a bit?
No, sir. That's probably, if you're on my camera, just another bug of the observer feature.
Yeah, I think that's the case, because every time I observe people, my camera just goes wee, goes everywhere it doesn't need to be.
Ever since you and I broke the camera that one time by turning it completely 360 degrees, I've never quite felt the same. It's always been a little bit of violation.
Oh, come on, man. You cannot admit that that was amazing. And this SEV refusing to go on the other side of the supply.
I know, this is so frustrating. I've been here so many times, and you're just like, come on, really? I hate being Terran. Like, moments like that make you want to play a different race more than anything else, more than any loss in the game. It's those small moments. The other ones, of course, are when you're trying to micro.
Well, yeah. Thankfully, it won't put him back timing-wise, but you know, one SCV still makes a difference.
Well, I was gonna say the other micro incident where you want to just quit being Terran is when you try to micro your SCVs to the closer mineral lines, and you do it, and they do it for like 5 or 7 trips, and then just randomly decide to leave. You're like, come on, man, I worked so hard for this.
They just so troll.
Yeah, guys, if you want to do us a big favor, go talk about this on Twitter. There's a Reddit thread up. You could talk about Team Liquid. There's a thread as well. I mean, these guys are 2 great players. Definitely deserve some recognition. As again, for those who don't know, they are both. This is their return to StarCraft. This is not like, okay, I've been practicing for the last 8 months. I got ready for the transition through the beta. No, Lucky, ICECREAM, both looking to come back and come back hard, as we've seen here in games 1 and 2.
Oh, and Lucky, it looks like we're going for that mothership core harass again, but on this map, I'm not so sure I like his decision. I mean, look how far he has to go to even get to that mineral line. If this mothership core gets called out, it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, there's not a lot of dead space behind this base either to hide behind. Marines are at the front, though, so, I mean, he's got that much going for him, but the reality is, once he's in there, retreating is not going to be too much of an option. As Mothership, I mean, like, I wonder, like, what's faster, Mothership Core and Overlord? Because the distinction is not much. I think it's definitely the Mothership Core, but still, not by much.
With the speed, but oh wow, okay, there you go. ICECREAM already ready in position.
Well, Lucky's done this 2 games in a row. It's kind of like, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you can't fool me again. Or I don't know what the actual saying is. I'm George Bushing this up pretty hardcore, but Double Forge coming out of Lucky, so he's going to be putting those upgrades on hard and early.
Shame on, was it fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on, no, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. That one, I think it's that. Anyway,
I don't know,
get in here, and with that time warp, it will help Mothership Core get away, but okay, well...
It's just going to hide for now. It's a threat. So, I mean, ICECREAM can't ignore Lucky's Mothership Core, but, I mean, it really can't do too much here. It can poke the Marines, hope for his shields to regen, but it's only got 60 shields, so, I mean, they go down quick.
George Bush said that once, less eloquently.
Well, that's what I was going for with my quote, and then you went for the real quote, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah, dude. Anyway, we do have a nice defense out the front for ICECREAM and a 3rd command center. Lucky, though, again, double forge. I'm loving this play from Lucky. It just... Getting 2-2 before the Terran player even gets 1-1 is just so strong.
Well, one of my
Like, it's
favorite builds,
ridiculous.
like for those who don't know, I am a Masters random player, apparently unofficially now, but one of my favorite builds versus Terran, White used it, and I fell in love with it. When you get Protoss versus Terran, my favorite build, and it's kind of all in, so my apologies, I know, but is the Proxy Oracle 3 Gates. I mean, it's so nice, and it does so much damage, and it's really difficult to hold. And I don't know, I feel it's something I would like to see Lucky try today. But again, it is kind of all in, so cards on the table. If it doesn't work, you're going to lose that game.
Yeah. Again, with most proxy stuff, that's the case. I've seen a few weird shenanigans with the swarm host, so doing some forward bases, for example, using hatcheries or using overlord creep to put spores and spines at the front of your opponent's base, and then put swarm hosts in there, which is really, really sweet. So we're seeing a lot more risky strategies coming out with Harvest Storms. I'm hoping they stay in for a while as well.
Lucky, unfortunately, have to cancel the gateway there. He did get his probe stuck. Man, that is like the worst. Or like when you're getting the worst for me is like when you're trying to proxy that Zealot out early because you're like afraid of the pressure and it gets stuck in the pylon because you didn't realize you built it wrong. Yeah. You're just like, nope, GG, not even gonna try dealing with this. But, I mean, looking at the income right now, both players are on pretty even workers. ICECREAM with a ton of mules, of course, helping his economy greatly. And as stated earlier by you, he's got that third command center up. It's ready to transfer whenever he wants. So this is looking to shape up into I guess a macro game, as neither player is really showing signs of aggression just yet.
All right, well, did you see that mothership core?
No, did it go down? I didn't.
No, the mothership core was being attacked by the Viking, so he used recall.
Nicely done, but it's only got 37 health, so it's questionable about whether that was worth it or not, because, you know, whatever fight it gets engaged with, it's going to die pretty much right away.
Oh, look, okay, Mothership Core doesn't really have that much health to begin with, so I don't think it's really that much of a stress. Anyway, it does have a lot of energy at least, and now we're seeing ICECREAM coming along this map for an attack. I'm wondering, I think ICECREAM has a beautiful force here, and he could do some serious damage to Lucky.
He definitely does, but Lucky also has that, it looks like at least, he's going for the Charged Lot Archon composition once more. Because he's got a ton of Zealots on the field, Templar Archives on the way, charged nearing completion, but it won't be ready for the time of this fight, and he's going to need that charge, Flamga.
Oh yeah, and look, it's still another, 30 seconds away from completion. So he's going to be vulnerable until that time, but there's a drop on the high ground, there's the push on the low ground. Stim has finished, 1-1 is about to finish.
I'm waiting to see if we're going to see ICECREAM elevate the rest of his forces up or go for the natural. Looks like he's not able to bait enough back, and I think Lucky's kind of wise to the distraction mechanics because he did not overreact. I like that. Only a small handful of Zealots. Meanwhile, a counterattack going on at the exact same time. With that charge, going to do a ton of damage.
Okay, Zealots will get cleaned up at least, but yeah, ICECREAM's just going to go home. So, and I mean, look, that's what really makes a great player, because you can see there, they don't really have that much, but Lucky, warp in, Zealots. I mean, look, that 2-2 is just really just paid for itself right there, these Zealots, and pretty much not invincible, but they're just tanking so much damage. They're doing so much damage.
I really like ICECREAM this game too. He's already getting Mobius Reactor. He's going to have Ghost out much earlier than in previous games, and as we saw, I mean, the addition of those EMPs, the actual Ghost DPS, I mean, it was huge for that last game.
Oh man, we are going to see an all-in here from Lucky. We've got 8 gates, we've got the forward position.
But we got a huge drop coming into the main as well, and I don't know that he's got enough here to deal with this. Not enough supply to warp in either.
Oh man, this could work really well if he depowers all these gateways.
And a base trade looks to be the option coming out of Lucky. He just does not want to go home and defend. Now we got some bunkers not quite completed. SCV's rushing in.
Well, you know what, SCVs are rushing in to die apparently, but there's nothing really here for Lucky at all. And look, all the ICECREAM's army's dwindling.
Oh, he's got to focus that pylon. Nicely done. Lucky. GG.
GG. That was